If your roofing company is struggling with SEO and ranking organically on Google, this video is for you. My team and I have developed a piece of software called DataPins to help with this. We've helped hundreds of roofers show up at the top of Google ranking. Today I'm going to go over this real quick with you and show you what's wrong with today's SEO and how it can be fixed. So primarily, first off, I'm Nolen Walker. I'm the owner of Roofing Webmasters. I'm the owner of DataPins. It's been 16 years in digital marketing agencies. It's been about 7 years since I've owned a piece of software called DataPins. Now, what's the problem with 99+%? People put up a website, hope to show up on Google Maps. That's another problem too. Everybody says, I want to show up on maps. Well, to show up on maps, a lot of little things have to be correct. You can't show up on maps with a poor quality website and a lot of reviews. It doesn't work that way because then you'd be a poor user experience. And so we still use the bones and greatness of the best of digital marketing, what you guys think of as SEO, combined with the best of software, which we produce, that's ours, it's not white labeled, we own it, produce DataPins. But you need to have a great user experience. You can't just abandon the website and do nothing but get reviews because you're a poor user experience and there's not enough digital brand signaling going out that's quality without cheating. And so not only does it have to be a great user experience, you need to follow Google Webmaster guidelines. And so there's not enough of it going. I don't want it to overcomplicate this for you because we do most of this and tie it all together for roofers that we work with. The roofer themselves will use DataPins, which I'll get to in a minute, but we're manicuring a fabulous website. You know, I didn't used to get much credit for the websites, and everybody's like, I got a website. You've got a website that doesn't show up in ranking, and everybody's always scared about dealing with a digital marketing agency because there's so many bad ones out there. But nowadays you can go to ChatGPT and say, hey, who makes great roofing websites, and will show up, and they know the code base in a Roofing Webmasters website. So yeah, it absolutely matters. You can't abandon it. You need that type of signaling. You need updates and changes and some SEO that's quality, and then you add DataPins into it. So what is DataPins and how does it work? It does all kinds of stuff now. So people say, oh, I've heard of that geo-coordinating stuff. And yeah, that's us. We developed a software from scratch. Got a lot of bad copycats out there that'll do a poor job on it. But it's got to be all combined. The whole thing has to be great. You have to deserve to show up in Google Maps and now AI, ChatGPT, Grok, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini. And so DataPins will show every job, even if they don't leave a review, and so many more things than just the review would have done. So you're going to get to show things like we just did fixed a roof leak around chimney flashing, or we just installed a Brava barrel tile, or a GAF HDZ Timberline shingle, or whatever type of TPO roof. So you can show those and it'll go TPO to TPO, asphalt shingle to asphalt shingle, tile to tile, metal to metal, on that page on the website. So instead of having really bad content that's spammy, like blogs nobody wants to read, yes, those would be a penalty, or endless city pages because you want to show up in 200 cities. And yeah, that gets you knocked off of Google too because it's a poor user experience. But you can show the geo-coordinate, they know what city it's in then, and then you can tag it to a relevant page. So your asphalt shingle page now has hundreds of asphalt shingle roofs you've done, what you did, brand, material, the nuance of it. And yeah, that'll help for showing up for more keywords, and you'll be the only guy in town that's actually showing that you do asphalt shingles on that page. Now it does a lot more than that, but it'll show the geo-coordinate, it'll show photos, yeah, those count as unique content, videos now, and whatever you typed in we redo with AI with a couple of good sentences, and now it'll repost photos and the words back to the Google map, video over to YouTube, photos over to Facebook. So you've got your website moving and changing with unique data. You've got validations of work. Think of SEO as digital brand signaling. Think of showing up on Google and AI as great content that's not cheating, that's a great user experience. And that's a mouthful, and I don't want to overcomplicate it to you, but it's almost impossible to get anybody to help you do all this stuff. So I like to say we get our hands dirty because nobody wants to do this. It's hard to make y'all great websites. I know what single plies are. I know what type of roof insurance claims I have. We have pages for roof insurance claims and hail damage, wind damage, emergency roof leak repairs, to types of single plies, TPO, EPDM, PVC, and all your other materials down to designer tile, metal, slate. And so you're going to want to have all this represented if you do it, and then you're going to want to validate that work. And when you use a data pin that takes about 60 to 90 seconds, it's tied into the website. It's tied into all these other brand things of your brand. That gets read by Google. That gets read by AI. Now, I tell people too, the newest versions of it that automatically take care of getting you some YouTube posts and Facebook posts, and it goes to the Google map. Those things in and of themselves as social that don't normally get a call. I don't care if 20 people look at each post. These are great signs, great validations of your work and your brand, and it will help you move up in ranking where it does matter, like Google, Google Maps, organic, and AI, ChatGPT, Grok. And so that's how stuff works. You're a digital brand. Let me say something else too. It's frustrating for me doing this for 16 years and watching people mess it up so badly. I promise you, I know that 99+% of roofers do a poor quality job of this. Google has to pick the best there is. They're about 85% of search. We got AI going too. We like to focus on organic. That's where most of the leads come from. They have to pick the best they have to choose from. The best is sometimes pretty bad if you ask me. You go into market without a roofing webmaster client that's using DataPins, and you have a pretty poor selection of roofers that are doing their SEO and everything. Google has to use time and tenure in what they have. There's people up there that have penalties and stuff and shouldn't be in there, but they don't have anybody better to choose from. So as you continue to signal and you do it properly, anybody will move through rankings and eventually nab hundreds of keywords in the Pack 3 map ranking, organic, and AI. Literally hundreds of them. Anybody ever tells you 1, 2, 3, 5 keywords, it's nonsense. Keyword showing up there inherent within proper content and structuring. So when people don't do it in this manner and they have gobbledygook dumps of stuff, or you try to get one silver bullet, put up a website, have somebody SEO it, it's horse crap, I'm telling you. We've done this for a long time. A group of people out of Fort Worth, Texas does all this stuff, handles it, and if you do it, you move up in ranking. Guys, hundreds of roofers helped. I've done this forever. I've hand welded PVC and sprayed foam. I did a horrible job of it, but I've done it. I have done roofing stuff a long time. We'll get you every keyword we can possibly get and help you as much as we can. Call us when you're ready. We'd like to be able to help you as well.